Hello, and welcome to our show where we are going to discuss common English expressions native speakers use daily. I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm Daisy. It's great to be back with all of you. Today, we're diving into something that can really change the way you speak and understand English.
That's right, we're talking about common expressions. These are the short phrases that native speakers use constantly in conversation, often without even thinking about it. They're the key to making your English sound more natural and less like a textbook.
Exactly. When I was first learning another language, I realized that just translating words wasn't enough. People use these little phrases that held a lot of meaning. So, why do native English speakers do that, Ryan? Why not just say exactly what they mean in a formal sentence?
It's a great question. There are two main reasons: speed and connection. Expressions are shortcuts. It's much faster to say, I'm feeling under the weather, than to say, I am not feeling well today, perhaps because I'm getting sick.
Right, that makes sense. A verbal shortcut.
And for the connection part, using these shared phrases built a sense of community. It shows you're part of the group, that you understand the culture behind the language. In this episode, we're going to break down about 15 of the most common expressions you'll hear every day. We'll explain what they mean, when to use them, and just as importantly, when not to.
This is going to be so helpful. By the end of this episode, you'll start noticing these everywhere in movies, in songs, and in conversations. Ready to get started?
Let's do it. Our first expression is a very common one you might hear at the end of a workday or a party. It's hit the road.
Hit the road. It sounds a little aggressive, like you're angry at the road.
It does, but the meaning is very simple. It just means to leave or to start a journey. It's an informal way to announce your departure.
Okay, so I could say it to my friends when I'm leaving their house.
Exactly. For example, you might look at your watch and say, wow, it's getting late. We should probably hit the road. Or if you're starting a long car trip, you could say, we need to hit the road by 6 a.m. to avoid traffic.
Got it. So, where would it sound strange? I probably shouldn't say it at the end of a formal business meeting, right?
That's the perfect example of when not to use it. In a formal setting, you would say something like, thank you for your time. I should be going now. Hit the road is for friends, family, and casual situation.
Okay, so let's try a mini dialogue. Hey Ryan, this party was great, but I have to wake up early tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. I think it's time for us to hit the road.
Perfect. I like that one. What's next?
Next up is hang in there. This is an expression of encouragement.
Hang in there. I think I've heard this one before. Does it mean something like don't give up?
You've got it. It means to persevere and not give up, even when things are difficult. You say it to someone who is going through a tough time to show your support.
So if my friend is studying for a really hard exam and feels stressed, I could say, I know it's a lot of work, but hang in there. It'll be over soon.
That is a perfect use of the expression. Or if a coworker is dealing with a difficult project, you might say, hang in there, you're doing a great job. It's gentle and supportive.
Okay, it wouldn't be right for a very serious or tragic situation, though. Like, you wouldn't use it for something very grave.
Exactly. It's for temporary difficulties, like a tough week at work, a challenging course, or waiting for news. It implies that the situation will eventually get better.
Okay, another mini dialogue. Ryan, this new software is so confusing. I don't think I can learn it.
Hang in there, Daisy. Everyone finds it difficult at first. You'll get used to it.
Thanks, Ryan. I feel better already. What's our third expression?
Let's talk about bite the bullet.
Ooh, that sounds painful. Bite the bullet. What could that mean?
It means to decide to do something difficult or unpleasant that you've been avoiding. You're forcing yourself to face a tough situation.
Ah, like cleaning out the garage. I've been putting that off for months. So I could say, this weekend, I'm finally going to bite the bullet and clean the garage.
Yes, that's a perfect use case. Or imagine you have to give someone some bad news. You might say to yourself, I need to bite the bullet and make the phone call. Another example could be about spending money. The car repairs are expensive, but I'll have to bite the bullet and pay for them.
So it's for any necessary but undesirable task. It feels very decisive.
Exactly. You wouldn't use it for something you enjoy or for a minor inconvenience. It's specifically for things you've been dreading. It's about accepting that something must be done and then doing it.
Okay, let me try a dialogue. My boss wants me to give a presentation to the whole company next week. I'm so nervous.
I know it's scary, but it's a great opportunity. You just have to bite the bullet and start preparing.
That fits perfectly. Moving on, what's next on our list?
Our next expression is a really positive one. It's get the hang of it.
Get the hang of it. That sounds like learning something.
Precisely. It means to learn how to do something, to understand the new skill after practicing it.
Oh, I love this one. It's perfect for language learners. You could say, at first, English pronunciation was hard, but now I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Yes, that's a fantastic example. It can be used for any new skill. For instance, driving in the city was confusing at first, but I'm getting the hang of it now. Or, this new video game is complex, but my son is getting the hang of it quickly.
It implies a process, not instant success.
Exactly. It shows progress over time. You wouldn't use it for something that was easy from the very beginning. It's for things that required a bit of a learning curve.
Okay, dialogue time. How's your new job going?
The first week was overwhelming, but I think I'm finally getting the hang of the new system.
That feels very natural. A great encouraging phrase.
All right, let's get into something a bit more dramatic. Our next expression is spill the bean.
Spill the beans. That sounds messy. Does it mean to reveal a secret?
You're on a roll, Daisy. That's exactly it. To spill the beans means to tell someone something that was supposed to be a secret, often accidentally.
Oh, so if there's a surprise party for a friend and I accidentally mention it to them.
You spilled the beans. Another example is, we were trying to keep the new project a secret, but someone spilled the beans to the marketing team. You can also use it in a playful way to ask for information, like, come on, spill the beans. What did he say?
So it's usually informal. You wouldn't use this in a serious context, like in a legal document or something.
Definitely not. It's for gossip, secrets among friends, or informal business situations. It implies a certain lack of formality around the secret.
Okay, dialogue time. Did you hear that Sarah got the promotion?
No, who spilled the beans? It wasn't supposed to be announced until Friday.
That's a fun one. Okay, what's number 6?
Let's do one you might hear in the theater. Break a leg. It's a strange one for sure. But break a leg is a common way to say good luck, especially to performers before they go on stage. The idea is that wishing someone good luck is actually bad luck, so you say the opposite.
Oh, like a superstition. So it's not just for actors.
While it started in the theater, people now use it more broadly for any kind of performance or important event. You could say it to someone before a big presentation, a job interview, or even a musical recital. For example, you have a big interview tomorrow. Break a leg.
So it would sound weird to say it for something that isn't a performance, like if someone is taking a written exam.
It would be a little strange, yes. For an exam, just saying good luck is more common. Break a leg is best reserved for situations where someone is in the spotlight.
Let's try the dialogue. I'm about to go on stage to give my speech.
You'll be amazing. Break a leg.
That's a really interesting one to know. It would be so confusing if you didn't know the meaning.
It would. Now for a much simpler one. A piece of cake.
I think I know this one. Does it mean something is very easy?
Exactly. If something is a piece of cake, it's incredibly easy to do. It takes almost no effort.
So if I studied really hard for a test and the questions were simple, I could say, the test was a piece of cake.
Perfect. Or, I thought assembling this furniture would be hard, but it was a piece of cake. It's a very common and formal expression. You can use it when you're talking about tasks, assignments, or challenges.
Is there a situation where it's not appropriate? It sounds pretty positive.
The only time you might avoid it is if you're trying not to sound arrogant. If a coworker is struggling with a task, saying, "Oh, that's a piece of cake for me," might sound a bit insensitive. But generally, it's a safe and friendly expression.
That's good advice. Okay, dialogue. I'm about to go on stage to give my speech.
You'll be amazing. Break a leg.
Easy enough. What's next?
Let's talk about a feeling everyone has sometimes. The expression is under the weather.
Under the weather. Does that have to do with rain?
Not directly, but it's a good guess. To be under the weather means to feel slightly ill or sick. Not seriously ill, but not 100% well. Maybe you have a small cold or a headache.
So it's a gentle way to say you're not feeling great. So I could call my boss and say, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, so I'll be working from home.
That's a very common and professional way to use it. It gives enough information without going into too much detail. Another example is, I think I'll skip the party tonight. I'm feeling a little under the weather.
So it's not for serious illnesses. You wouldn't say someone who is in the hospital is under the weather.
Correct. It's strictly for minor, temporary sickness. It's a polite way to excuse yourself from activities or explain why you're not your usually energetic self.
Okay, dialogue time. You're very quiet today, Ryan. Is everything okay?
I'm fine, thanks. Just feeling a bit under the weather. I think I need an early night.
A very useful phrase for everyday life. What's number 9?
Let's do a great one for the workplace. On the ball.
On the ball, like in a sport?
That's where it comes from. If a player is on the ball, they are alert and in control. In general conversation, it means someone is competent, quick to understand, and very organized. They know what's happening and are prepared.
So it's a compliment. You could say, my new assistant is great. She is really on the ball.
Yes, it's a huge compliment. Another example, we have a big deadline coming up, so I need everyone to be on the ball this week. It means I need everyone to be focused and efficient.
So the opposite would be someone who is disorganized or forgetful.
Right. You might say, he missed a meeting again. He hasn't been on the ball lately. It's mostly used in work or project-related context.
Let's do the dialogue. Did you book the conference room for our meeting?
Yes, I did it yesterday and sent everyone the calendar invite.
Wow, you are really on the ball. Thank you.
Next up, ring a bell.
Ring a bell. This one makes me think of a sound.
And it's related to that idea. If something rings a bell, it means it sounds familiar, but you can't remember the exact details. It triggers a faint memory.
Ah, okay. So if someone asks me, have you ever met John Smith? And I think I might have, but I'm not sure. I could say, the name rings a bell, but I can't picture his face.
That is the most common way to use it. It's almost always used in a question or a negative statement. For instance, does the address 123 Main Street ring a bell? Or, I've read the book, but the author's name doesn't ring a bell.
So you wouldn't say that name rings a bell perfectly. It's for when the memory is unclear.
Exactly. If you remember it clearly, you would just say, yes, I remember him. Ring a bell is specifically for that it sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it feeling.
Okay, dialogue time. I was just talking to someone named Mark from the finance department.
Mark. That name doesn't ring a bell. Is he new?
Perfect. I really like that phrase. What's number 11?
Let's go with cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase. This sounds like something from a movie.
It does, and that's its origin. It means to get to the most important part of something without wasting time on the details. Just tell me the main point.
Oh, so it could be a little direct. If someone's telling a long, boring story, I could say, okay, cut to the chase. What happened in the end?
You could, but be careful with your tone as it can sound impatient. It's often used to manage time in meetings. For example, a manager might say, we don't have much time, so let's cut to the chase. What's the final decision? You can also use it on yourself, like, okay, to cut to the chase, we need more funding.
So it's best for situations where efficiency is important.
Yes, avoid using it in sensitive or emotional conversations where the details and the journey are just as important as a conclusion. It's a tool for getting to the point quickly.
Okay, dialogue. I had a really long day. First, the traffic was terrible, then my computer crashed, and then…
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to leave in 5 minutes. Can you cut to the chase?
That shows the directness perfectly. Okay, what's next?
How about once in a blue moon?
That's such a beautiful phrase. Does it mean something happens very rarely?
Exactly. A blue moon is a rare astronomical event, so the expression means something that doesn't happen often at all.
So I could say, my brother lives in Australia, so I only see him once in a blue moon.
That's a perfect example. Or, he's a very healthy person, so he only gets sick once in a blue moon. Another one, we used to go to the cinema all the time, but now with the kids, we only go once in a blue moon.
It emphasizes how infrequent something is. It's more descriptive than just saying rarely.
It is. It adds a bit of color to the language. You wouldn't use it for something that happens on a somewhat regular basis, like once a month. It's for things that are truly uncommon.
Okay, dialogue time. Do you ever eat at that fancy restaurant downtown?
Only once in a blue moon. It's way too expensive for a regular dinner.
Love that one. Let's do a few more.
Sounds good. Number 13 is go the extra mile.
Go the extra mile. This sounds like doing more work.
That's exactly it. It means to make a special effort to do more than what is expected of you or required of you. It's a very positive attribute.
So, this is another great one for the workplace. A manager might say, I really appreciate that Sarah stayed late to finish the report. She always goes the extra mile.
Yes, it's very common in a professional context, but it also applies to personal life. For example, for her birthday, he didn't just buy a gift, he cooked her favorite meal and decorated the whole house. He really went the extra mile.
It shows a lot of care and effort. It's about exceeding expectations.
That's the key idea. It's not just doing your job, it's doing your job exceptionally well and then some. It's a wonderful compliment to receive.
Let's try the dialogue. The hotel service was fantastic.
I agree. The staff really went the extra mile to make us feel welcome.
Excellent. Two more to go.
All right, number 14 is take it with a grain of salt.
Take it with a grain of salt. That's a strange image. What does it mean?
It means that you should not believe something completely. You should be skeptical because the information might not be entirely true or accurate.
Ah, so it's a warning about believing something too easily. For example, if my friend loves to exaggerate, I could say, he tells amazing stories, but you have to take them with a grain of salt.
That's the perfect context. It's often used when talking about rumors, gossip, or information from an unreliable source. I read an article online that said you can lose 10 kilos in a week, but I'm taking it with a grain of salt.
It encourages critical thinking. Don't just accept everything you hear.
That's a great way to put it. It's not saying the information is definitely false, just that you should be cautious. You wouldn't use it for facts from a trusted source, only for things that are questionable.
Okay, dialogue time. My horoscope said I'm going to win the lottery this week.
That's exciting, but I would take that with a grain of salt if I were you.
A very practical expression. Okay, what's our last one for today?
Our final expression is sleep on it.
Sleep on it. This seems straightforward. Does it mean to think about something overnight?
You've got it. It means to delay making a decision until the next day so that you have more time to think about it. The idea is that a fresh mind in the morning might bring more clarity.
This is so useful for big decisions. For example, they offered me the job, but it's a big change. I told them I need to sleep on it.
That's a classic example. You can also use it to give advice to someone else. That's a tough choice. Why don't you sleep on it and let me know your decision tomorrow? It's for decisions that require careful thought, not for small everyday choices.
Right. You wouldn't need to sleep on it if you're deciding what to have for lunch.
Exactly. It's for things like job offers, buying a car, or making a significant life change. It shows that you are being thoughtful and not impulsive.
Okay, final dialogue. I can't decide if I should move to the new apartment. It's more expensive.
You don't have to decide right now. Sleep on it and see how you feel in the morning.
Wow, that was a lot of great expressions. My head is spinning a little.
That's completely normal, and that brings us to our reinforcement and practice section. The goal here is not to memorize all of these at once. That's impossible. The goal is to start recognizing them. Our next expression is the best of both worlds.
Exactly. So let's try to put a few of them together. Listeners, imagine a situation. Your friend has a huge, important exam coming up. They tell you they've been avoiding studying because they're scared. What could you say?
You could use a few of our expressions here. You might say, I know it's tough, but you need to bite the bullet and start. Just hang in there. Once you begin, you'll get the hang of it, and the exam will be a piece of cake.
That's a perfect combination. See how they flow together naturally? Or another situation. A coworker tells you a wild rumor about your company. What do you think to yourself?
You might think, that doesn't sound right. I should take that with a grain of salt. The most important step is passive learning. Just listen. Listen for these phrases in English language movies, TV shows, and podcasts. The more you hear them, the more natural they will start to feel.
Right. Don't put pressure on yourself to use them immediately. Just notice them first. Confidence will come with familiarity.
And that leads us to our reflection for today. Learning expressions like these isn't just about adding new vocabulary, it's about changing how English feels to you. It shifts the language from something academic and distant into something living, breathing, and personal.
I completely agree. It's like being let in on a secret. Suddenly, conversations make more sense. The jokes are funnier, the stories are more vivid. And please, please normalize making small mistakes.
That's so important. If you use an expression and it doesn't quite fit the situation, it's okay. Native speakers make language mistakes all the time. The fact that you're trying is what matters.
Exactly. Be patient with yourself. Consistency and exposure are your best friends on this journey. Keep listening, keep reading, and keep being curious.
Well, that's just about all the time we have for today. We covered a lot of ground, from hitting the road to sleeping on it. We hope this has been a helpful look into the way native speakers really talk.
Our challenge to you this week is to just listen. Try to spot one or two of these expressions in real life. You might be surprised how often you hear them now that you know what to listen for.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Common English Expressions Native Speakers Use Daily. Join us next time as we continue to explore the fun and fascinating world of everyday English.
Until then, hang in there and keep practicing. Goodbye, everyone.